Okay. Hi everybody, Renegade 67 and or 8 here with some more Let's Play Stream Fate Stay Night Blind. Oh no, I started 15 minutes late. I haven't done that in a while. I've been pretty good at starting at my right time, but today there was things and stuff. But there actually wasn't things and stuff, but I thought there was things and stuff. You'd laugh if you understood the situation. But anyways, though, shout out to Zekuto, or Zekuto? Zecuto for following me yesterday. Puts me at 48, 2 away from the big one. Wait, 2 away from 1. That's a weird joke. But anyways, last time on Fate, life intensifies. Morals, ethics, all that fun stuff about life. But anyways, as a servant, I certainly must tell my master my wish. Well, I mean, if you have to do what your master tells you, then why did your friend... Okay, whatever. Right, so with Onyx eyes, she says so. Directly she avoids the question. Very directly she avoided the question. Great job, Saber. Accomplish a duty during your lifetime? You mean before you became a servant?
はい。ですが、私にも本当のところはわからない。
Yes, but I do not know my true intentions myself. Interesting. I wonder if this hesitation comes from the scene in Fate Zero, which I guess to talk a little bit about that, there was a scene where some of the servants met up and talked about what their wishes were, and basically the others laughed at Saber's wish because they thought it was kind of dumb, and so she got all pissy about that. And so maybe this is hearkening a little bit back to that. And in some way, that got to her. You know, if we're not counting Fate Zero as non-canon. But anyways, as far as true intentions, it's interesting because in this Grail War you seem more committed to, doing the fighty fight and doing it and getting straight to the point, and yet you seem less committed in what your wish actually is. Which is interesting because in Fate Zero it seemed like you were certain what your wish is, there's no hesitation, you know what it is, but you were all wishy-washy when it comes to actually, fighting less than honorably. The feast scene. I liked that scene. Why, is that like, do people not like that? Okay, let's just not talk about Fate Zero, please. Not more than I've already talked about. This is an analysis of Stay Night, not of Fate Zero, only Fate Zero by extension. Anyways.
私はただやり直しがしたいだけなのかもしれません。
Time travel intensifies. Perhaps I only desire to redo things again. Redo things. Really? I mean, I guess I can sort of see that, but like, is it really as simple as time travel? I don't think it's quite as simple as time travel, but I'm fine with the scene myself. 90% of the fans interpreted the scene. Interesting. I may ask you about that later, because I'm a little curious, unless that would spoil something from Fate Stay Night. But whatever. Not now. Maybe later. Maybe later. Focus on Fate right now. We're focusing. Focusing. Do a thing I normally don't do. Saber looks down quietly. For a moment, she looks like a repentant lost child. This is another reason why it seems, the echoing of the master summoning a servant that's like them, because it seems like Shiro would love to have the fire happen all over again to save people from the fire, and Saber seems to want to do things in the past over again. I don't know if Kiritsugu wanted to do things in the past over again. I mean, he wanted things to be good, but I don't think specifically he was thinking about doing any one specific thing in the past over, or arguably, he might have been thinking about it, but we never saw his inner monologue, so that's just speculation. People took characters' opinions as absolute fact when it's just opinions. Well, I mean, yeah, that's always how it is, but I can see why people would come to those conclusions. You gotta be careful with stuff like this, because especially, you don't see the inner monologue, you don't know what they're thinking, and everyone has their own point of view. It really depends on how the narrative portrays it. Now, some people might say, oh, if the narrative portrays it that this character says this, and this character's like, oh, you could argue that the author is peddling a message that they believe that to be true, but even if they do, that doesn't mean they're right. So, anyways, people are complicated. Opinions are complicated. Of course, the people themselves that are saying these things probably think they're right. And the author probably wrote them so that they definitely thought they're right, especially a certain character who very much is full of himself and probably thinks the highest opinion of himself. And so it almost certainly would have come off that way, but doesn't mean he's right just because he gives off that aura. Anyways, she looks like a repentant lost child.
そうか。ともかくそれで安心した。
I see. Anyway, I'm relieved.
セイバーがさ、登坂みたいに夢は世界征服よなんて言い出したらどうしようかって心配したぞ。
I was worried that what I should do if you said something like Tosaka, like your dream is to take over the world. Has Tosaka told you her dream? I mean, she couldn't have because she doesn't have one unless she's developed one since the Grail War started. I want to make Shiro fall madly in love with me. Oh my gosh, is that the new wish? Grail War intensifies.
リンが聞いたら怒りますね。彼女はそういうことを口にする人間ではありません。彼女ならば聖杯を自分のためだけに使うでしょうが、それは決して世を混乱に陥れるものではないでしょう。
You seem to think you know a lot about Rin at this point. Are you that good of a character study? Do you think you're that good of a character study? Rin would be mad if she heard that. She's not someone who would say such a thing. She would use the Holy Grail purely for her own benefit, but it would not be something that would bring chaos to the world. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt it, especially with how she seems to always be focused on what's right in front of her. The common take from the scene... Okay, I'm going to avoid reading this just in case, but... I mean, I am reading it. I'm just reading it in my head. I mean, I think that's part of the point. I'm not reading it, by the way, just in case. I don't know if somebody's watching this without having seen Fate Zero. At this point, I would have probably said a few spoilers, a few too many. I don't know. But my opinion on that whole matter is that that's kind of the idea. And if anything, that may have just been leading up to this, you know, her indecision here. Maybe that was the point. I don't know. It definitely would have made her feel indecisive, but...
そうか。俺は違った意味であいつにだけは聖杯を渡しちゃいかんと思ってるが。
Really? I think we should never have let her have the Holy Grail for a completely different reason. Shiro, why do you have such an opinion of Rin? What? She'd use the Holy Grail purely for her own benefit, but it would not be something that would bring chaos to the world. Interesting how the two different points of view of Rin, we ourselves have seen in Rin's head and know what Rin's vision is, but it's interesting how the two different, because like Saber seems to have sort of become girl pals with Rin to an extent, in a way. It's almost like, I was saying how Rin, for Rin, Shiro was sort of like her first, you know, magical person she could open up to. Whereas for Saber, it almost seems like Rin is maybe the first, you know, girl pal, sort of, to an extent. It depends. Age is a funny thing, because she's actually a bajillion, but does she still feel like she's like 15, 16? Hard to say. It's just an interesting thought that she feels like she knows Rin, maybe because she wants to know Rin, maybe because Rin by an extension is related to Shiro and her having these feelings that she wants to be the Saber that Shiro wants her to be to some extent. And that, it's just interesting the way she seems to think that she knows. But also Shiro also has this perspective because, you know, Shiro's kind of a dick because they're tsundere for each other. I nod to myself. Saber is watching me with a gentle expression. That's the end of the conversation. I think what people probably wanted, speaking from a narrative perspective of the idea that somebody, to get back to the Fate Zero scene just for a second, speaking from the perspective of somebody who who thinks like, oh, the creator's trying to send a message, like, oh, I can see why somebody watching would have thought that if that's not how it was supposed to be interpreted, then somebody should have brought it up after the fact, and nobody did. It just kind of ended there. But I feel like if you yourself think that that's wrong, then that's enough. You don't necessarily need a character in universe to doubt it. Because if a character in universe doubts it or tries to assure Saber, just awkwardly, just to try to de-avow the message, then it may not hit Saber hard as home. Now, they don't have to say it to Saber specifically, I suppose, so someone could bring up that they think that's wrong, but, you know, I don't think it's necessary. Especially for big boy media. Once we get older with the mature media, it's different with kids. If it's media for kids, you have to be careful with that stuff, because kids will take that stuff as actual life lessons. Like, oh, so that's how it works. But, with older people, I feel it's okay to maybe, you know, give an opinion and have it not necessarily be your opinion, but have it not really be de-avowed in any way. If you yourself think differently, that's, you know, then think differently. Just like I'm sure Saber to some extent thinks differently. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? That's the end of the conversation. It also didn't help, though, it's true, that it wasn't just one person talking to Saber. It was two people, and they both basically agreed that Saber was kind of being silly. And since nobody backed up Saber, I can see why people would have come to the, you know, conclusions like that, but doesn't necessarily mean the creator themselves thought that. And even if they do, so what? Doesn't mean you have to agree with it. That's the end of the conversation. It was a subject I should have kept away from. Oh, you mean the Fate Zero stuff? You're right, I should stay on topic. Stay on topic. Fate Stay Night. The atmosphere is softened by talk of Tosaka. Is softened by talk of... Ooh, what do you mean softened? How soft do you think she is? So let's end this conversation right here. But a small pain remains in my chest. Even though I'm relieved that Saber's wish isn't a vulgar one, I think there's something wrong with that wish of hers. Oh shit, you too? Everybody hates her wish. What exactly did she say? Accomplish a duty. During your lifetime. Yes, but I do not know my true intentions. Now, what's Shiro mad about? The fact that she doesn't know her true intentions, or the fact that she was vague? Something wrong with that wish of hers. I mean, you haven't heard the whole wish, so what do you mean there's something wrong with it? What do you mean there's something wrong with it? Ah, you're just gonna skip it! Well, that's like the second time they've done that though, right? Because earlier, oh fuck, what was it? Yesterday, Shiro was thinking something, and then it cut away. It's really starting to show less and less of what Shiro's thinking. It's interesting, because first we have the scene, it's happening all at once, too. What does this mean? First we had the scene where Shiro was talking to Rin about a thing that never seemed to have come up before, and then we have two cutaways now, where it seems like Shiro's starting to think something, and then we don't get to hear what he's thinking. We don't get to see what he's thinking. It cuts away. I feel like this can't be a coincidence. I feel like they're all happening kind of back to back, all close. What does this mean? Does this mean we're on a specific pathway where Shiro's going to start becoming a scumbag? A cynical scumbag, and we can't even see all of his thought process? So more like me. What? I didn't say that. I'm cynical, but I'm not. It's interesting, though. Maybe it means we are leading towards Shiro being kind of a D-bag in this pathway. That's one takeaway from it. Or it's foreshadowing an important plot development that will be Shiro hiding something major from us. Right now he's just hiding minor things from us, but it might be building up to him hiding a major thing from us as some form of plot twist. Not necessarily him being a bad person, but like he miraculously wins a fight, let's say, because of something he thought of in advance that he never told the player. Possibly. Talking has cooled me down, so let's continue with the training.
Saber, 始めよう。休憩
Saber,
はもういいよ。
let's start. I've rested enough.
そうなのですか見たところ体の熱は下がったようですが痛みの方はまだ収まっていないでしょう
Shiro learned to lie to himself so greatly he can even hide his intentions from the player in his own mind. That's next level. Gosh, is that so? It looks as if you've cooled down, but your pain has not gone away, right? I mean, I'm a mushy human, so it's gonna take a while.
構わないよ、そんなのは。ただの内身なんだから、多少の痛みは我慢する。
I don't care, they're just bruises.
ほっとけば治るんだから。
I'll bear a little pain. I can heal automatically now. I mean, yeah, you can, because of Saber. Does that not tax Saber in any way?
しかしそれで悪化しては鍛錬の意味がないもうしばらくは様子を見るべきだと思いますが
Oh, Worm 38p, you're here again. Nice. There's no point in training if it worsens. I believe we should wait a bit longer and see.
いいからいいから。遠坂が帰ってくるまでにやっときたいんだ。 あいつにはこんな姿見せられないだろ。
Don't worry, I want to finish this before Tosaka gets home. We can't ever see me like this, right? This is also, like, hitting home the idea that Shiro is not us. Shiro is his own person, which, I like the idea of, being self-inserting, but, you're gonna make it all hard. Well, I'll just self-insert myself into the scenes you don't show me. And I'll make it whatever is best for I'll say that whatever you were thinking was something like, and then off screen you made out, and then you just never thought about it on screen. So you've already made out a few times off screen we haven't seen. Head Canyon, what? I mean, who have you made out with? I don't know. Yes, all of them. Maybe that's why he's so fake sexist. Well, I think he's pretty real sexist, but We can't ever see me like this, right?
わかりました。確かにいずれ敵となるリンにシロの腕前を知られるのはよくありませんね。
That's not the way Shiro's thinking. I understand. It is certainly not good to have Rin, our eventual enemy, find out our powers. Yeah, no, Shiro has sex on the mind, actually. He just doesn't want Tosaka to get the upper hand in there. Who has the pants in this relationship of our tsundere relationship? Who's more Sun, who's more Dere? Or something.
多少無茶とは思いますが、そういうことでしたらペースを上げていきましょう。
I believe it's a bit excessive, but if that's the case, let's bring the pace up a little. Gosh, you're really gonna nag on my commentary style? Sorry for being so slow. Saber picks up the Shinai. And then, a strange sound echoes through the dojo. Sounds like what, water a little bit? Someone taking a bath? Well, what's going on?
Saber?
Saber? I think that was Saber's stomach. Oh, is she hungry? I heard water. Oh, her stomach is growling? Oh, I heard like swishing. Okay.
空腹のようです。鍛錬に夢中で気がつきませんでした。
That's so fucking casual. I believe I am hungry. I did not know since I was so engrossed in training. Oh, so like, Do you, so you need to eat? Maybe only you need to eat because you don't get nourishment from my magical energy. Seems interesting. Okay. I believe I am hungry. I love the casualness. Usually I think you can tell, like, my stomach usually doesn't tend to growl because I tend to feed it before it gets the chance, but... Alright, more food stay night.
そういえばもう昼か。
Now that you mention it, it is lunchtime already. I guess. No wonder her stomach has started growling. So we're gonna waste more precious time eating than we could be training. Well, okay. To be fair, we probably should have, instead of spending time cleaning, we should have just spent time, take the cleaning time, take it out of our schedule, and move it to the eating time, so we waste the same amount of time, preferably less, but, like, we don't, waste more time. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber's hungry, let's have lunch. But, also, you could have a quick lunch. Don't make anything fancy if you're in the middle of, doing a lot of training, just a quick, don't even waste time on, like, a grilled cheese. Just, like, microwave a couple hot dogs, and that'll probably be good enough. Face tonight, Emiya Gohan works. Emiya Gohan! Nice. Clean It could have counted as worn up. I mean, only if he, like, knew what he was doing, or the teacher instructed him to clean a certain way, because, I mean, if you're not waxing on and waxing off, the cleaning doesn't necessarily help that much. It'll be good if my body heals in that time as well.
いや、ちょうどいいし昼にしよう。ささっと材料買ってくるから、セイバーは今で休んでいてくれ。
Alright, you definitely said yeah. I definitely heard him say yeah, which is no, but nowhere does it say no. So maybe he's saying, no, you're right, let's have lunch. Anyways, alright, it's a good time, so let's have lunch. I'll go buy some groceries. Don't waste time buying. Do you not keep food in the house? So you can rest in the living room. Are you really gonna go waste time? But do you not keep food in the house? Are you a person that lives, a minute at the time? Is this the day that you buy groceries? Are you low on food? Do you not have any food left over? Do you have a grocery buying day? Do you buy like every few days? Do you constantly buy? Gosh. I mean, now of all times is when you just want to have something quick.
シロ、外出するなら私も付き添いますが。
I shall escort you if you're going outside. I mean, yeah. I mean, Ren doesn't even know where we are. So, if you're really starting to, we need fresh ingredients. No, you don't. Not for a quick meal like this. Also, if you're really starting to take this seriously, Shiro, you should take her at her word and get her to get like a disguise and have her come with you. Or you could get shanked. It's been a while. Ilya might be ready to fight you again. Or Lancer, who knows? You know, there's a few options. Lancer knows where you live. Lancer could shank you. Ilya could shank you. Shinji could shank you. And you don't know, maybe Rin decides to do a 180 and she could shank you. Maybe Assassin followed you back. Maybe he could shank you. Assassin seems too honorable. He seems more good than bad. Alignments. But, because he didn't kill you when he had the chance earlier. But maybe his master found out and his master's gonna come shank you.
大丈夫。すぐ近くの商店街だ。
That's not fine.
真っ昼間から襲い
大丈夫ない。
かかってくる奴はいないし、セイバーがいたら逆に目立つよ。
It's fine. I'm only going to the shopping district. Do you not understand how little time a servant needs to behead a master? I'm only going to a shopping district nearby. There's no one who would attack me in the daytime. Really? And we'd rather stand out if you were with me. Listen to me, Cheryl. Listen to me. You say there's no one who would do that. How do you know that? First of all, Ilya is a crazy psycho who probably would be more than willing to kill a bajillion witnesses. Second of all, whoever set up the blood crest at school, if they know about you, the blood crest that's going to kill everybody in the school, they probably also wouldn't mind killing a bunch of witnesses if it meant getting an easy kill on you. So Stop doing this. It's eventually going to lead to your death. I don't think it is this time because I'm not making a choice. You're making the choice, but gosh dang it. Wouldn't Assassin being honorable, making him lawful rather than good? It's iffy. It really depends on how you define the alignments. I feel like I don't know. I don't think so. I think your own sense of self-honor doesn't necessarily I think having a moral code is what defines good and evil to me. Being lawful is following the law, in my opinion. Being honorable usually has nothing to do with the law. Being honorable generally means, you're doing things, even if the law says nothing about it, it's the common courtesy or something. Alignments like ethics? Oh my god, let's not talk about ethics again, please no.
本当に危険はないのですね。
There's really no danger? Are you going to believe him? I wouldn't believe him, because if you believe him and he's wrong, it's game over for you, Saber.
ないって。すぐに帰ってくるから待っててくれ。
No, naite. I'll come back right away, so please wait here. Alright. Okay. I take my wallet and go outside and die immediately. It won't take even 10 minutes on a bicycle to get to the shopping district. 10 minutes is a lot of time. Who's going to say you're going to have to use command C? What? You still haven't used one. That's a plus, but so you have that option to warp Saber to your side if you need her, but I don't think you're smart enough to realize that you do have that option, so you might just be forked. By the way, the bicycle I just took from the garage is bicycle number 2. Number 1 is still out in front of the Ryudo Temple. How many bikes do you got, man? I descend the hill. Okay, they're showing us the transition, so either we're going to run into someone or we're going to get attacked. I mean, getting attacked would mean running into someone. So we're going to run into someone. Otherwise, I don't think they'd be showing us this whole scene. They would just be skipping it. In fact, I don't think the scene would exist. I mean, it's one thing if the scene has to exist, like going home from school. Then they can show a little bit of it, and it's like, well, I mean, they have to, because he has to go home from school. But this is something that doesn't need to happen, and they're going out of the way to show it happen, which means he's going to run into someone. He could have just had groceries at his house. I don't think I've been to the shopping district in the daytime on a weekday since I was running errands as a child. Oh, maybe we're going to run into Ayako. I haven't seen her in a while. A trilogy of bicycles? Oh, gosh. How many of them will survive the game? Probably none. Because it's daytime, there are lots of housewives. There are lots of housewives at the intersection on their way home from shopping. They're coming from the shopping district that Sakura and I go to regularly. Fudan! Regularly, normally, usually. Fudan! Ooh, I don't think I've seen this look yet. Oh shit, there's some Japanese. I'm gonna have to read it. Oh, okay, I can see some of it. Hold on. That says Hideo Shiro just beats a master to death with a bicycle. Okay, that would be interesting. I don't think they're gonna go that far, but Hideo Dahingu. Am I reading that wrong? Bideo? Bideo! Oh shit, it's a video store. The green thing. Bideo Daibingu? Daibingu. What am I? Okay, how am I reading this wrong? Video Dabingu. Habingu? Something like that. It's video something. It's a video store. I figured it out. The green one. Anyways, and over there's okay, I'm pointing over. That's on the right. The green store on the right is a video store, I think, because it's got video. Anyways, and then on the left, we've got Maru. There's the other green sign on the left has Maru. Okay, what are the Japanese? Oh, there's some English I can read. Pachinko up at the blue sign. Interesting. I recognize that kanji. The red kanji on the sign next to the green sign that I just read. There's some red kanji. I recognize it, but like, oh, I don't remember exactly. Oh, and then what does the black letters say on the green sign? That says like Mira. Nope, I lost it. Anyways, it's enough Japanese reading. Ingredients for lunch for 2 and a light Japanese snack. Dinner tonight is fine since Tosaka's in charge of that. Oh, so you're only gonna do all the breakfasts? But I buy enough bread for 4 people for tomorrow's breakfast. Oh, okay. So you're really living on the go then. You're not stocking up and getting a bunch of food at once. In times like this, you probably should, as to not get shanked by a master while you're out shopping, but I guess you're rather spontaneous in that, Fate Stay Japanese. I guess like that, you're rather spontaneous, which I can respect in that you want to eat different foods and whatever tickles your fancy is what you get, but I think during times like this, you should probably be stocking up like weeks at a time and getting a week's worth of food in advance, but I mean, I can respect, and I also somewhat see the, I also like, eating random things and just trying stuff and buying whatever, but I think in times like this, you should probably, just pick things in advance, but meh. I don't know how to make strawberry jam, so I buy the cheapest. No, that'll probably get me some criticism, so I buy a rather expensive one. You're buying an expensive one, what, just to please Sakura? Nope, sorry, Rin. I got their names confused for the first time in a while. Hey!
くそ、ひどい出費だ。なんだってこんな甘ったるいもんのために1000円も払わなくちゃいけないんだ?
Damn, it's really expensive. Why do I have to pay 1,000 yen for something so sweet? You don't have to. You're going out of your way to because you don't want to lose your deck measuring contest to Tosaka in your battle of who's wearing the pants in this relationship. You're going out to buy expensive jam to please Rin. Did I say Sakura again? God damn it. To please Rin because, Rin's fancy and you want to, you don't want to disappoint her fancy tastes. But you don't, it's like, it's complicated, but it's like, come on, man. Really? If you don't want to, don't. But you want to because you want to please her, but you also don't want to lose the dick measuring contest. But also you want to please her, and this will please her and make you win the dick they go together. They're hand in hand. I complain as I put the groceries that I am choosing to buy instead of the cheap ones into the bicycle cart. And then, I feel something tugging at my clothes from behind. Ayako? We haven't seen her in a while, that's my guess. Ilya? I mean, if we're not at school, and they're taking this time to meet us someone who's not at school, that'd be really fucked up. I turn around, wondering what it could be. Oh god, the build-up. Is it fucking Ilya? Oh, it's fucking Ilya! The best waifu returns! Oh, but also the worst waifu. The best and the worst for different reasons. Okay, remember what I said, Shiro, about how, maybe you weren't listening to this, but, remember how I said, someone like Ilya probably wouldn't think twice about killing a bunch of innocents to kill you? Also, there are other options, but Ilya was, I think, the first one I brought up. It happened, so... Finally, his stupidity and thinking he can just go out and not have Saber with him, finally is going to maybe kill him, or at least get him to run away scared and realize he should be more careful in the future. Is a young girl with silver hair. The silver-haired maiden. You're... Oh, jeez. I back off, knocking the bicycle over. Oh, gosh, did the food go everywhere? Did any of it go in Ilya's crotch? I stand ready at once while the girl just smiles at me. Okay. So what's up? I mean, last time we saw you, you thought I died. and you seemed sad because you wanted to kill me in a fun way. You wanted to enjoy my death. Maybe you don't want to kill me anymore because when you saw me dying, you had a revelation that you actually you don't want me to die and that you actually were being petty and you actually don't want me to die because I'm your Oni-chan? Or was it just that you were sad that I had a quick and easy death and you want me having a slow death that you enjoy, in which case I should still be running away? But it might be the first one. Eh? I don't feel any murderous intent nor even enmity from that girl. Maybe at the moment she's just happy that you're alive, so that it gives her a chance to kill you properly. She could certainly be happy about that. In addition, the girl says,
よかった。生きてたんだね、お兄ちゃん。
I'm glad you're alive, Oni-chan. Okay, yeah. I'm not surprised that you're glad, but are you glad and have had a revelation, or are you glad that this just gives you a second chance? And she smiles happily. Uh-huh. Dash, 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 dash. This girl's definitely Berserker's master. Oh, what if it's like her twin sister, though? You don't know. The master of the monster that slashed me in one blow that night. I mean, to be fair, you sort of ran into it, like a dingus. Who would expect to meet someone like this in a shopping district near their house, especially in daytime? I don't know. How about prepare for contingencies? I mean, you baka, stop being stupid.
まさかここでやる気か。
Don't tell me. You intend to fight me here?
おかしなことを言うんだね。お日様が出ているうちに戦っちゃダメなんだから。
You're saying strange things. We can't fight while the sun's up. Interesting way of wording that. So, what? You're saying that you're not willing to kill everyone and everything? Shiro just be like, Archer, prepare for every hypothetical situation. I mean, yeah, Shiro is going to eventually be Archer, so we should start preparing for that mindset. Interesting. Do you really care about not killing a bunch of people in broad daylight? Or maybe you've done that before and gotten in trouble for it, and so now, like, you've been given, like, a spanking by the Magical Society, and the Magical Society's been like, now, Elia, what have we told you about killing a bunch of people just because you felt like it? You told me it was a bad idea, and I shouldn't let my fun get in the way of witnesses or something. And then they're like, yes, Elia, so in the future, only kill people at night if they happen to see you, but you still have to try to make them not see you. Or something like that. Anyways, I could see that happening. But also, maybe she is just, a better person than I realize. After all, Berserker's chaotic insane. Maybe that means she's not bad, she's just insane, so I can save her with my penis. She frowns in displeasure. That is definitely the behavior of a young girl suitable for her age. I don't know her intentions. I don't know her intentions, but even I can tell that the girl in front of me is harmless. No, she's extremely strong at magic. I'm not sure if you've got proof of that in this pathway. In the pathway where you got killed, you definitely had proof of it. You also should know from what Tosoka said, if you were paying attention, that she's from a really great line of mages, so she probably has strong magic, even if she's not strong physically.
お前確か
You're, if I remember correctly, Eliasville von Einsberg? How close was I? Eliasville von Einsberg. Am I missing a part of it? Eliasville von Einsburn. It's von Einsburn. I was saying von Einsberg, I think. Okay, von Einsberg. Burn. The Bernstein Burrs. The Bernstein Burrs.
イリアスフィール・フォン・アインツベル。長いからイリアでいいよ。それで、お兄ちゃんはなんて名前？
Eliasville von Einsberg. Oh man, hearing Japanese people say names that are not Japanese is always funny, but I mean, it's because of how the language works, is that they're trained to only speak in a very limited way, so it's hard for them to learn other languages. Even if they do, they generally have some pronunciation snafus. For the Magic Association, kill people is fine as long as no one becomes aware of the existence of magic. I'm aware, which is why I thought, I'm surprised that she doesn't have any problems with killing a bunch of people in broad daylight. It's long, so you can call me Ilya. So, what's Oni-chan's name? You don't know my name?
俺はエミヤシロだけど。
Me? I'm Emiya Shiro.
エミヤシロ？
なんか言いにくい名前だね、それ。
Emiyashiro? That's hard to say. Well, because it's a Japanese name and you're not Japanese, even though you're totally talking Japanese. It's okay. Gameplay story segregation. That cute face. Oh my gosh.
俺もそんな発音で言われたのは初めてだ。いいよ。覚えにくかったらシロでいい。そっちが名前だ。
It's the first time I've heard it pronounced like that too. No, if you have trouble remembering it, you can call me Shiro. That's my name. I'm surprised you said Shiro and not Emiya. But also, then again, she probably would prefer to call you Shiro than Emiya, given, you know, reasons. But also, it's interesting that you're letting her call you Shiro. I mean, maybe the fact that he's starting to, you know, hide stuff from the player, Shiro that is, goes in line with the idea that this is the pathway where we save the crazy person with our penis. But also to save her, we have to be a bit crazy ourselves. So, like, she goes halfway and we go halfway. Or something. Anyways, that's my name.
シロウ？なんだ、思ってたより簡単な名前なんだね。そうか、シロウか。うん、響きは合格ね。単純だけど、孤高な感じがするわ。
Shiro? Oh, so it's an easier name than I thought. I see, Shiro. Yeah, that sounds good. It's simple, but it sounds aloof. Aloof, huh? I don't know if I'd call it aloof, but yeah. Iliasville looks at me with suggestive eyes. Interesting that his inner monologue is calling her Iliasville and not Ilya. She clearly said, call me Ilya, and he's saying Iliasville in his inner monologue, which I think shows a certain amount of respect. Some crazy evil respect. Ellipses. My body unintentionally moves and lowers its waist down so it can move more freely. Okay. Because she is Berserker's master. It's Barbarian, not Berserker. I was freaking out yesterday because I'm like, what's the class called with Berserker where they half-rate? It's not, it's, okay. If she felt like it, she probably could blow me away along with the flower shop next to me. Uh-huh. But she hasn't done so yet, which means either she's actually happy that you're alive and doesn't, or, maybe she does care to some extent about not harming all of the civilians. So maybe she's not as bad as I was thinking. Like, I thought she was pretty bad, but maybe she's not that bad. Interesting that she actually seems to, maybe she prefers nighttime. Maybe, maybe Berserker itself, maybe, no, Heracles doesn't seem to have a thing about nighttime. Well, then again, Berserker would be very easy to spot in the thick of daytime. It'd be hard to miss, that's true. And hard to control, that's fair. So maybe be a big giveaway to a lot of other masters. But also maybe Iliasville just prefers the nighttime. Maybe she just likes the nighttime better. That's also possible. It might not be that she's goodish. It might just be that she has a thing for fighting in the dark. Maybe. If she felt like it, she probably could blow me away along with the flower shop next to me.
あ、そう身構えなくていいよ、シロ。今日はバーサーカーも置いてきたの。お兄ちゃんだってセイバーを連れてないから。おあいこ。
You don't have to be so careful. I left Berserker at home today. Oni-chan left Saber behind too, so we're equal. How do you know I left Saber? Can you sense magical energy and know that I don't have Saber with me? Also, do you not have a way of hiding Berserker's energy? Maybe you don't have a way of hiding Berserker's energy because you found some way to fully control him. Because you did seem to find some way to fully control him despite him being a Berserker. But maybe that has the caveat of him never being able to go into magic-ness. So, So, do you just want to hang out? Do you want to have a date? A casual master date? I've been waiting for this hot Shiro Ilya action. It's okay, no chromo. Iliasville looks at my face happily.
いや、おあいこって。
What do you mean equal? I wouldn't say equal. She's apparently a super duper strong mage to my understanding, so I'm pretty sure she could still kick Shiro's butt, but sure.
ね、お話しよう。私ね、話したいこといっぱいあったんだから。
Hey, let's talk. I have lots of things I want to talk to you about. Interesting. You just want to have a casual conversation. This says to me that it's the first interpretation. that when she saw Shiro die in such a way, it flashed through her mind and that she thought that's what she wanted. But then seeing it happen that way, she's like, no, I don't know if I want this. And she feels conflicted. So maybe she doesn't want to kill me horribly anymore. Possibly. That's possibly where her mind is at the moment. Now, it's also possible that she's saying this to lure me away from the shopping district and just, kill me bloodily. But, like, if that's the case and I say no to talking to her, she's just gonna have Berserker, or she herself could easily stop me because of how strong she is. So if I tried to run away, it would probably just make the situation worse. So I should probably, I think in this situation, just assume she's on the level. Because not assuming she's on the level may upset her. And I don't think we'd like Ilya when she's upset. Now, granted, she might just kill us, but she probably would be more reason to kill us if we ran. Anyways, and also very capable of killing us if we ran. What? You see, now this time, the girl clings to my arm as naturally as if she were holding her father's. Not quite, actually her brother's. Oh my god. Oh, wow. So first we get into a partnership with Rin, then a partnership with Shinji. Now we're in a partnership with Ilya. That's 4 of the 7. There's only 3 left over. The person who has Lancer, the person who has Asashi, and the other third person who's got Caster, who's doing who knows what. Maybe they're doing the Blood Crest thing. So what, can we do 4 against 3? Gosh, things are going to get all kinds of awkward, I think, because it feels like we're making alliances with basically all of the masters, too many of them, and so at some point they're going to try to turn on each other and probably get me to try to side with them turning on the others, which may put Shiro in a very awkward position, especially for someone like Shiro. Maybe Ilya's now trying to replace her father's presence with Shiro? Possibly. Winning through diplomacy. Kind of hard to do that. You can't win through diplomacy with everyone.
待ていきなり何しやがるお前新手の策略かこいつは
Mate. Hold on. What are you doing all of a sudden? Is this some new scheme? Oh, for once you're actually thinking scheme perspective. You're actually thinking like, oh, Grail War, maybe someone's planning something. You haven't seemed until now to think maybe somebody's planning something and being dishonest. Your first time of actually saying, this may be dishonest, but like, in this case, I think this actually is honest. As opposed to all the other times where I was actually in the other camp where I thought it was dishonest and you thought it was honest. So, we're very much flipped, Shiro.
何ってだからお話だよ。普通の子供って仲良くお話しするものなんでしょ
Normal children. We're just gonna talk. Normal children talk friendly, right? Normal.
いやそれはそうなんだが俺とお前は違うだろうマスター同士だし一度戦った仲じゃないかむしろ敵だ敵
Well, that's true, but we're different. We're both masters and we've already fought. We're more like enemies. Oh gosh, did we somehow get onto the Elias Veal path by getting ourselves almost killed by Berserker? If so, yes, that is the winning pathway.
それは違うよ。私に敵なんていないもん。他のマスターはただの害虫。けど、いい子にしてたらシロは見逃してあげてもいいよ。
That's not right. I don't have any enemies. Oh, because you're too good for all of them? Other masters are just harmful bugs. That's how you look at them? Wow. But I can let you go if you behave yourself. If I behave myself. That's cute. That's cute. You're cute, Ilya, in a crazy way, and I like it. Oh, man. The closeness. The looks. As if this is a totally normal brother-sister talk. Brother-sister who can maybe make out because they're not related by blood. She's saying terrible things so casually, too. Oh, that's what makes her endearing to me.
もうとにかく離れろお前めちゃくちゃだぞなんか
Jeez, just get off me. You're being absurd. What, you want her on your bad side? You should take this. Take this. Take this. Don't go away from it. Especially because she's like the best master with the best servant. If you can get into a partnership, take it. Take it. Like, come on. You really want her as your enemy? If she's giving you a chance to not be enemy, take it. I swing my hand and throw Ilias Veal off. Don't do that! Ah! No! Oh, I hope that doesn't bug her. Please, Ilias Veal, please forgive Shiro's stupidity. Please. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. She topples. As I tried to make her let go, the girl almost falls to the ground. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I have a bad feeling. Please, 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 Shiro. Please don't ruin a good thing. Please, did you just ruin a good thing? Oh no, Ilya! Why the hell did I do something like that right then? Because you're stupid! When I noticed, I instantly reached out for Ilya's feel. Jeez, this is too long. Ilya's waist, and caught her as she fell. Oh, never mind. You did something very right, I think. Hubba, hubba. Play the music. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na. What's that song? Da-na-na-na. You know, the romance intensifies. You caught her by her waist. Oh my god. Now you go in for the kiss. I feel deep in my heart her arrogance is going to cost her. I mean, I think she can have her arrogance. Like, Rin's arrogance, I think, is arguably more worse, especially now that someone like Ilya's around. Ilya, though, it seems like she knows everything that's up about everything. She seems to, at the very least, she knows a lot about Shiro, and she knows a lot about Rin. I wouldn't be surprised if she's done mad research about the other masters and knows that nobody's on her level. And so I don't know that her arrogance would cost her. It's possible that she might defect and let her guard down and get ambushed by someone she thought of as a bug. But I don't think she's wrong in thinking she is the bestest. At least in terms of raw strength. Someone might be a better strategist, but I'm pretty sure her and Berserker are top tier in at least as far as raw abilities goes. I silently lower Ilya to the ground. Ellipses. And how does she feel about that? How does she feel? Did her heart go aflutter? Did it go doki doki? Ilya is silent. I don't know what to say either, so I stand looking down at Ilya. You're calling her Ilya again. Interesting. When did you start calling her Ilya? Ooh, just now. Ooh. You're getting feelings for Ilya now. Oh my god. All of the girls. You got feelings for all of the girls. Ah. When I noticed, I instantly reached out for Ilya's feel. Jesus is too long. Ilya's waist. Wait. Oh. Is that what you said? Jesus is too long? Because your inner monologue was saying Ilias veal? That's why? Okay, never mind. I thought I caught on to something like, oh, we started calling her Ilya now because before he was being respectful, but now, oh yeah, Ilya, I'll call you by your baby name. But, inner monologue, what? How does that even happen in inner monologue? What? Come on, Shiro. You're so blunt, you can't even... What? Okay. Anyways, I silently lower Ilya to the ground. Maybe it's a little of both. Maybe the fact that it's too long is him lying to himself. Ilya is silent. I don't know what to say either, so I stand still looking down at Ilya. She herself said to call you Ilya, and you chose not to for a while, so I still think there's something there. This is awkward. This is when you make out. That's how you break the awkward silence. You know, haven't you seen the one episode of Seinfeld? The only way, to make the first move is with an awkward silence. If there's no awkward silence, you can't make the first move. Or was that sex? One or the other. Both, maybe. This is awkward, so the instant I try to leave to go home, don't do that! Don't leave and not say anything to her!
Nani? お兄ちゃん、私のこと嫌いなの?
What, do you not like me, Oni-chan? No, I like you. I do. Should I call you, Oto-chan? That's little sister. I know that because of domestic girlfriend. I like it and I'm proud. Make out with her in the middle of the shopping district. The best move. Yeah. I think that'll solidly get her on our side. So long as she's... I mean, that depends. Does she look at me as a brother now? Or is she into the romance idea? Does she think it's squick? Because I think she knows. I think the whole point is that she knows we're related. I mean, but we're not related, but we're related. So, is she okay with it? Or would she think it's squick because she wants to think of me as an Oni-chan? Alias for head patting, not smooching? No. I'm all of the smooching. I will do all of the smooching. That night. She says this with the same glowing red eyes she had when Berserker was with her. Okay, then don't turn away from her. Don't turn away from her awkwardly. She said she wanted to chat, so chat. Dash, 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 dash. A chill runs down my spine. Look, no chromo, so Ilya's for smooching. It's okay, no chromo. No, she should definitely be waifu. Definitely waifu. There's no chromo, so it's all fine. My sense of danger is faded, but she's definitely Berserker's master. I'll die if I disobey her. Well, okay, so don't disobey her. I mean, I thought that was a given. Don't disobey her. Why would you want to disobey her? I think you'd want her as an ally. If you disobeyed her and she decided just to not be your ally, that would still be pretty shit. But of course, because of her temper, she would turn against you if you decide to not be her ally. So, but I mean, like, even without that, you should be her ally. She is the best master with the best servant. I can't show my face to Saber if I die in vain here, and most of all, I'll involve all the people here in the shopping district. So yeah, don't turn away. Have that friendly chat. You need to. And you should. Granted, if you partner with her, she may want to, like, kill Rin, so we may have to talk her down a little bit. And that may be why we romance her, to be like, no, they're not real competition. You're the only one for me. Yes, I can bet on it. Oh, let's just hope that she's not a yandere that tries to kill them in fear that they're competition. That might be scary. Still, though, better than me. I mean, what? Selfish. This girl would mercilessly use her powers of master no matter where she is. I mean, that's basically what I expected. So you're finally catching up to me, Shiro. I mean, who am I kidding? You're still ways away in this race.
わかった。話をすればいいんだろう。おとなしくするから。それでいいか、イリア。
Alright, we'll talk. I'll keep calm. So is that okay, Ilya?
それじゃあ、あっちの公園に行こう。さっき見てきたんだけどね。ちょうど誰もいなかったんだ。
Yep. Let's go to the park over there. I just went to look at it, but there wasn't anyone there. Ooh, is this going to be a makeout park? You know, they do say a lot of the time, you know, there's, you know, sometimes there's like romance parks where you go there just to make out. Okay, is that too soon? I don't know. First, head pats first. Then the makeout later. How old are you? Well, I'm not even 18 yet either, so it doesn't matter. Okay, Ilya starts to run with dancing steps. Shiro. When I say I mean Shiro.
ほら、早く急がないと置いてっちゃうからね、シロ。
Hayaku, hurry. I'll leave you behind if you don't hurry, Shiro. No, more than head pats. Stop trying to cock block me. You can't cock block me. And right now it's not even cock. It's just mouth. Stop trying to mouth block me. Dancing steps, that's great. Ilya runs through the shopping district, spinning in circles. Stop trying to make her not a waifu. If she's a waifu if I want her to be, damn it. You don't get to decide who is and isn't my waifu.
あいつ、本当に先行っちまったぞ。
She really went on ahead. Okay, now is when you follow her. Don't even think of slinking away. Beyond amazement, I'm a bit moved. What, at her, believing that you'll actually follow her? For this girl, Ilya, any promise is an absolute truth. I mean, yeah, because if you break the promise, she'll kill you. That's why she ran off so happily. She doesn't think I'll run away thinking it's a chance to do so when I'm alone. And you shouldn't, because if you do, she'll follow you down and kill you brutally. So don't do that. I told her I'll talk to her, so she ran off trusting me to do so. I mean, are you going to take that trust and run with it? I mean, personally, I would just not run off because I feel like she'd catch me down and I want to actually have a partnership with the best master in the Grail War, you know, statistically speaking. However, maybe you're going to go from this from the emotional side of things. You think it's sweet that she trusts you so much so implicitly, that she's such a trusting person, and maybe you envy that, and you're actually going to go for that reason and not the practical reason?
なんなんだ、あいつ。
What's with her? Either way, so long as, you know, you go with her and don't run away, because that would be stupid. She's really unbalanced. I think she's perfectly balanced in her own way. I think she's perfect in her own way. But, well, I'm not yet grown up enough to betray such a pure trust. What? If you were grown up enough to think like that, to think about betrayals, you would be smart enough to know not to run away because she'd probably kill you brutally, and you want her on your side. I think that's what you'd be thinking if you were more grown up. You're not grown up enough to realize that you're making the right decision anyway, but for the wrong reasons. I mean, not that these are wrong reasons, but anyways. Ely and I are alone in the small park a little way from the shopping district. Oh boy. It looks abandoned. I mean, maybe, I don't know. To me, this looks, I guess not abandoned, but it looks like pretty shabby park. Looks like a pretty, I rate this park a C out of 10. I would not park again. I'd find a different parking place. Don't waifu the lolly. I'll waifu who I want to waifu. Gosh. What's wrong with lollies? I don't mind lollipops. They're tasty. Oh, tasty. That can be a sexual joke. I didn't mean it to be, but it could be. Ely and I are alone in the small park a little away from the shopping district. Maybe all the children are at school, or maybe such a small park isn't popular anymore. Okay, okay, so I'm not alone in thinking this park is kind of run down. We start to talk in the empty winter park, bathed in a strangely... Gosh, this is winter for you guys? Where's the frickin' snow? I guess in Japan it doesn't start coming till January, if I remember right from Persona 4, but... We start to take in the empty winter park, bathed in a strangely tense atmosphere. Look, lollies won't be lollies forever, okay? Eventually they're gonna hit 18, just like us, so come off it. Come off your lolly obsession with not doing the lollies. We start to talk the empty winter park. Eventually the lolly, she'll stop being cute and start being hot. I think she's already kind of hot, but she'll be hot without being cute. We start to talk in the empty winter park, bathed in a strangely tense atmosphere.
話をしようって何話せって言うんだ
Wait, so what are we going to talk about?
セイバーのこととか知りたいのか
Do you want to know about Saber? Okay, with how much people in chat are getting me to not want to do the Ilia route. If it's a route, I mean, I already kind of wanted to do it, but if it's a route, I'm doing it. I'm doing the Ilia route, where we're doing the intense makeout sections with the lolly. So what are we going to talk about? Do you want to know about Saber?
セイバーのことってどうして
Why would we talk about Saber? I already did all my research. I already know everything about Saber. I want to talk about us. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na, da-na-na-na, da-na-na.
だって俺たちマスターだろ敵のサーバントの情報は知りたいと思うだろ
Because we're masters. We'd want to gain information on enemy servants, right?
何よそんな話は嫌よもっと面白い話じゃないとつまんない
I don't want to talk about that. It's boring if we don't talk about something more fun. Okay, what's fun in your opinion? Like, video games? Do you play much? I mean, Shiro does a lot of mechanics. What's fun for you? Fantasizing about how I'll kill you to, you know, make up for how my father betrayed me. That's what's fun for me. What about... what's your B thing? What's your second favorite thing?
いやつまんないって言われてもなならイリアは何が面白いって言うんだよ
You say boring, but then what's fun for you, Ilya?
そんなのわかんないよ
I don't know. You don't know. Interesting. Maybe your whole life has been obsessed, or at least your whole life since the incident, has been obsessed with revenge. And now that you feel like you maybe don't want revenge, you're not sure what to do with your life.
私あんまり人と話したことってないんだだから何話していいかわかんない
I haven't talked to other people much. I'm not a very people person. That seems to be a pretty running thing with mages in general. Rin too. So I don't know what I should talk about. Should I come up with a conversational topic, maybe?
お前なそんなんで話をしようだなんて連れ出したのか物事はよく考えてから行動しろって教わんなかったかなかっただろうなら今からちゃんと思慮深い大人になるんだぞ
I started laughing for one reason, but kept laughing for another. It's 2 laughs for the price of 1. You brought me here to talk in spite of that? Didn't you get taught not to act? First of all, didn't you get taught not to act on something? First taught. That's funny because Kiritsugu might have been the one to teach her those things, Kiritsugu or her mom, both of which unfortunately didn't end up being around anymore, you know, after a certain point. And then Kiritsugu ended up being with me. So that's why it's funny about her, Shiro lecturing her on not getting taught. However, then what he kept to say was not to act on something until you think it through. Yeah, because Shiro is a master on thinking things through. Shiro is great at thinking ahead. I bet you didn't. So be a thoughtful adult from now on. Says, God, the most fucking thoughtless character in this whole game. Ugh.
いいよだ。そういうのはシロに任せるわ。
It's fine. I'll let you do that sort of thing. What, teach you? You want me to teach you? Are you already seeing the future where I'm your husbando? Or would I be just your Oni-chan for life? Like, you know, but what's your idea here? Where are you going with this?
レディーをエスコートするのは男の人の責任なんでしょ
It's the man's responsibility to escort the lady, right? Oh, yes! Yes! I'm into it.
なら、私はシロについてけばいいだけだもん。
So all I have to do is follow you. Oh, yes, please. I'm 2 away from the 50 mark. If you get 1 more, that'll just put me 1 away. That's great. I mean... She smiles and leans on my shoulder. Oh my god, this is great. Yes, I want all of this. Yes. Ah. Shiro, Ilya is reinforcing Shiro's sexist benefits. Then that's great. Shiro already believes that this is how it should be, and Ilya believes it too. It should be all for Shiro. Yeah, perfect for each other. Ilya's into it, Shiro's Ilya. It's not sexist if they both agree. I mean, it still is, but I mean if they're both okay with it. There's some kind of... Oh, I shouldn't talk about that. There's a certain couple who, in a certain anime, are both really fucked up, and it's like they're really fucked up, and they like each other, and it's totally unhealthy. But like they're both fucked up, and they both really like each other, so it's okay because they're both fucked up. If one of them was fucked up, it might be a problem, but they're both fucked up, so that sort of makes it okay, maybe if you squint at it. She's not just being overly familiar, but it's as natural as a small animal snuggling because it's cold. This is the best route. Wait! Looking closely at her, she does actually look cold. I mean, what do you mean cold? Do you mean like, I mean, she's wearing heavy clothing. What do you mean she looks cold?
いや、もしかして寒いのか?
Ilya, are you cold? Oh, she probably isn't, she probably doesn't have the best, constitution. Probably her one weakness is a very low constitution score because of reasons relating to how she was born.
寒い。私、寒いの苦手なの。
Samui, I know that word. Ha ha ha! I recognize the word. I know the word. Okay, there's Atsui and then Samui. Huh? Yeah, I'm cold. I don't like the cold. That's interesting because you grew up in a very cold place. Or at least it was cold during the time of... Wait, no, the last Grail War. Is the Grail War always happened in wintertime? Well, there was definitely snow where you were in Fate Zero. So I assume it's more cold than here. I forget exactly where you come from, but it's definitely more cold than here. Oh, based on the name, Iliasfeld von Einsberg. That's like a German thing? Or is that right? Is me inferring that name as German racist? Only if I'm wrong. No, it still is if I'm right, I guess. Anyways... I don't like the cold. She breathes out a white puff. Even though she says she doesn't like it, she looks at her breath happily. She doesn't like being cold, but she likes the puff that comes out. She thinks it's fascinating. She's really fascinated by the joys of the world. You need to discover more of the joys. Yes, I got sidetracked for a while, I wanted to save Rin with my penis. But no, you were always the one. You were always the one to be saved with the penis.
そうか。いつもはそうでもないんだけど、今日は妙に寒いからな。寒いのが苦手なら答えるだろうけど、そのイリアはどっから来たんだ？なんか随分と貴族っぽい名前だけど。
I see. It's not always like this, but it's strangely cold today. It'll be pretty bad if you don't like the cold. Where are you from, Ilya? Your name sounds kind of noble. I mean, she is kind of a noble.
貴族っぽいんじゃなくて、貴族だよ。
It's not kind of noble, I am noble. Ooh, and that look. You probably don't like that you're noble. I mean, I could see that. Like, when you were first, you grew up, you had your mommy and your daddy, and that was fun. But then once they came out of your life, things would have become rather awkward because you wouldn't have had... You said that you don't have a chance to talk with people much, probably because you have responsibilities to the household, to be the next big mage of the Grail War, and so you haven't been really allowed to have a normal life, possibly. Whereas with Rin, it was more she put it on herself because of father expectations in the Tosaka family. It seems more with Ilya, based on this impression I'm getting right here, that she wanted to have the normal life, but like her family around her forced her to not have the normal life, even if she wanted it. Whereas Rin never really wanted it. Now, Rin maybe should have wanted it and secretly wants it, but doesn't realize that she wants it because she's layered. I'm not saying Ilya isn't layered. I mean, literally layered. She's wearing layered clothing. She's layered in a different way, I would say. I feel like Ilya and Rin a lot of time seem to mirror each other. But I'm not kind of a noble. I am a noble.
私はアインツベルンのね、古いお城で生まれたの。
I was born in the old Einsburn Castle.
いっつも寒くて雪が降ってたんだ。だからこれぐらいの寒さは平気かな。
It was always cold and snowing, so I'm fine with this cold. I mean, you say that, but you also don't like the cold. You grew up in the cold, but you don't like the cold. Kind of plays into the idea that you grew up being forced into the Grail War, but you don't like the Grail War. Which might explain why you were so fixated on revenge and going after Shiro, because you hated the situation so much you had to latch onto something to enjoy, and that's where you decided to get your joy from, which might lead to some fucked upness.
寒い国に生まれたのか。なら寒さには慣れてるもんじゃないのか。
You were born in a cold country, right? Then shouldn't you be used to the cold?
慣れてるけど寒いのは嫌なの。私、冷たいのよりあったかい方が好きだもん。白だってあったかい方がいいんじゃない？
I'm used to it, but I don't like it. I like warm more than cold. Don't you like warm too? I like lukewarm. I'm not a huge fan of hot. I prefer cold to hot, if I'm being honest. I prefer snow. I prefer really cold to it being really hot. I'd rather take the really cold than the really hot. My ideal would be just, nice and lukewarm. I'd even prefer a little cold to a little hot. I tend to prefer cold to hot, but but yeah.
ああ、そりゃそうだ。冷たいよりは暖かい方がいい。
See, there you go. Even though I personally prefer the cold, Shiro likes the warm better, so they're made for each other. Of course, I like it warm rather than cold.
だよね。うん。だから寒い日は部屋の中で温まってるの。でも雪は好きよ。白くて私の髪と同じだって。
Ooh, the dad name drop. The dad name drop. I mean, not name drop, but term drop. Yeah, so I stay warm in my room when it's cold, but I like the snow. It's so white, my dad said it's just like my hair. You see, I got a package deal. I like the cold and I like the snow. Now, granted, once it gets so cold there is snow, I'd prefer it to be less cold, to be honest. I like it a little cold, but I do really like the snow, so it's a take and give. It's so white, and my dad said it's just like my hair. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, the dad card. Are you gonna bring that up, or is this where we're gonna find out about that, this early question mark? I have no idea how far we are into this. Dash, we still haven't met Castor. I'll hold off on saying that we aren't early when we meet the 7th servant. I clap my hands together. Oh, I did that too, but I did that because I was excited about the whole, father thing, that rather than being cold, though that is something you do when you're cold as well. She's right now that she mentioned it. She's mentioned it. I was trying to work out what I associate with Ilya, if there was such a thing as a snow fairy. Wouldn't it look like her?
うまいこと言うな。イリアの親父さんは。確かにイリアの髪は雪みたいだ。なんだか柔らかそうだし。
Your father says clever things. I'd probably like him. Can I meet him someday? Your hair is certainly like snow. It's white and looks soft. Oh, I love this scene.
でしょ？この髪はね、 イリアの自慢なんだから。私の中で唯一女の子らしい母様譲りの髪なんだ。
Right? This hair is something I can brag about. It comes from my mom. It's the only girlish thing about me. I don't know if I agree with it being the only girlish thing about you. I don't know if other people would agree either. Or maybe you're only doing the girlish things now for Shiro because you want to try being the girl, being the sister. Ilya laughs happily. Nice. I'm glad. I wanted to save her with my penis. Turns out all I needed to save her was getting nearly killed. Alright. I'll take that as a win. Seeing such gestures really numbs me. I couldn't have believed she was really Berserker's master if I hadn't seen it. Bazaka?
ねえ、シロはお父さんから譲ってもらったものってあるの？あ、魔術刻印っていうのはなしよ。
How about you, Shiro? Do you have something you got from your dad? It's the same dad. I think she knows that, though. I think she knows that. I think that's the whole reason she went after Shiro in the first place. And she might be just gauging what Shiro's relationship was with her dad. Because until now, she probably just had a hate boner for Shiro. But now she's genuinely curious to hear more about her dad now that she regretted what she did with the whole Berserker killing Shiro, regretted that, and she's trying to reflect on her life until now and think, okay, maybe I should get another look at what my dad was like with Shiro. I mean, yeah, my dad abandoned me, but at least did he do a good job with Shiro? And maybe she can feel good about that if she ends up liking Shiro. So, there's that. Do you have something you got from your dad? Oh, don't say the magic crest.
マスターとしてじゃなくて、お父さんとして譲ってもらったものだよ。
Not that he got a magic crest anyways. I'm talking about what you got from your dad, not as a master.
俺？最後にもらったのは家かな。
Me? I guess my house in the end. You also got your sexism. You also got your want to be a superhero. You're leaving out important details.
その前は名字。で、最初にもらったのは。
Before that, I got my last name. And the thing I got first was saved in the fire. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. My life when I was about to die. Are you gonna say that? Are you gonna say that? Are you gonna say that? Because I was the only one saved by Kiritsugu in the fire 10 years ago. Ooh, what you say?
そうだな。イリアみたいな両親から受け継いだ肉体的な特徴はないよ。けど、それに負けないぐらい多くのものをもらってきたと思う。
Let's see. I don't have any physical features like you that I got from my parents, but I think I got a lot of things as good as that. Ilya's delighted as if it concerned her. She was wondering if Kiritsugu could continue being a good dad after the fact. And she's happy to know that he did, as opposed to being super jelly like in the past. I bet no one could stay unhappy if they were smiled at like this.
でも、今の話だと、シロは魔術刻印を受け取らなかったんだ。おかしいな。じゃあ、シロはマスターじゃないの？
But from what you said, you didn't get the magic crest, right? That's strange. Then you're not a master? I mean, he's a master. He's just, not a real proper magus. So he's trying some sword fighting. He was supposed to learn some magic from Rin. I mean, if you'd rather teach me, I'd do that if it didn't make you all mad and stuff. Speaking of which, what's your opinion on the whole Rin deal? You don't want to kill her, do you? We can just beat Archer and not kill her, right? You're good enough for that? Right? I kind of had a deal going with her and I don't want to be too, breaking of the deal. Anyways.
いや、魔術刻印のない半人前の魔術師だけど、マスターだぞ。
No, I'm an amateur magus with no magic crest, but I'm still a master.
そういうイリアは、マスターなんだから、魔術師なんだよな。
How about you, Ilya? You're a master, so you're a magus, right?
私、魔術師なんかじゃなくて、マスターだよ。
I'm not a magus, but just a master. Shinji's not a magus, Shiro's not a magus, Ilya's apparently not a magus. She's got super dope magic, though. We know this because she used magic to keep Shiro alive even when he was just a fucking head. So, she's got some pretty dope magic.
普通の魔術なんて教わらなかったもの。
I was never taught any normal magic. You just have really fancy magic.
はあ？じゃあ親から魔術刻印を受け取らなかったのか。そのお城を持ってるぐらいの名門なんだろ？イリアのうちは。
Your family is a noble family that even has a castle, right? You didn't get a magic crest from your parents? Well, I mean, I believe. Well, would you? Did the mother have a crest? Because technically, the father was not an Einsburn. So I'm not sure if he was supposed to pass the crest down to her, or if it was the mother that was. Either way, it didn't end up happening, but.
そうだけど、魔術刻印ってマスターになるためのものじゃないの？だからマスターだよ、私。
That's right, but isn't a magic crest what you need to become a master? That's why I'm a master. Huh? Isn't a magic crest what you need to become a master? Wait, but you have a magic crest without getting one from your parents. Is that what you're saying? I'm not a magus, just I was never taught any normal magic, but you do have a crest. I'm confused. That's why I'm a master. A magic crest is what you need to become a master. So how did you get your magic crest? Ilya tilts her head in confusion. I'm the one confused. You just said you didn't get the magic crest from them, but I'm confused. I too tilt my head in confusion. Hey, everybody's confused! Nice! Seems like Ilya's words are slightly off, and we're not having a real conversation. Seems fun to me, at least.
なあイリア、一つ聞くけど、イリアはどこに住んでるんだ？どうも聖杯戦争のためだけにこの町に来たみたいだけど、それじゃあ今はホテル暮らしとか？
Hey, Ilya. I'll ask you something, but where are you living right now? It seems you came here just for the Holy Grail War. So you're living in a hotel or something? You know, those obnoxious hotel prices? You wanna bunk at my place? We can make it 5, ladies. It's 4. We can make it 5. Can we go 6? Can we go 7? The Holy Sevenology. What do you call that when you get 7? Because the Holy Harem Wars, the Harem Grail War. No, first of all, it'll be terrible if she doesn't have a guardian. I mean, the thing about that. It's unheard of to let a child like this come to Japan by herself. I mean, the thing about that. Does she have a guardian, actually? She comes from a big family. I believe they had servants and stuff, but did any of them come with her? I assume she's the kind of person that would have wanted to come on her own for the freedom if she was not someone who actually wanted the Grail War and just wants to distance from her family name, then maybe she definitely would have come on her own for sure. Currently collecting women in my house. Would you like to come live with me instead? I can add another to my women collection. My waifu collection. One more to the pile. Where's Neko-chan? Ilya, you're kind of a bad girl, right? Go kidnap Neko-chan. We gotta add her to the collection.
ホテル？それって別荘のこと？
Hotel? Do you mean the villa? You have a villa.
なあ、似たようなもんだ。家じゃないけど泊まれるところ。
Oh, never mind. I thought villa was a fancy thing. Maybe I'm being stupid. You see, that's what you call not being the best book smart. But you see, Bruce Wayne, even if he didn't know what a villa was, he would be smart enough to... Okay. Something like that. It's a place you can stay, but it's not your house.
それならあるよ。ほら、あっちに大きな森があるよね。そこの奥におじいさまのおじいさまが建てた洋館があるの。アインツベルンのマスターはね、
Wow.
聖杯戦争の時はそこに住むんだって。
You really got all this stuff prepared in advance. Then I have one. See? There's a forest over there, right? Deep inside it. And you're actually telling this... Yeah, okay. I mean, I knew she was already a character like this, but practically speaking, you're telling an enemy master where your hideout is. That's very sketchy. But I get it. She's a little precious little, you know... she doesn't think about it like that. Which may end up biting her in the butt. But I, at the very least, do not want it to bite her in the butt. And I will try to make it not bite her in the butt. But deep in it is a Western-style mansion my grandfather's grandfather built. They say the Master of Einsburn lives there during the Holy Grail War. I think that was in Fate Zero. Memory is iffy. I think so, but don't quote me. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. And don't quote me if I'm right. Just don't quote me, man. Don't put words in my mouth. And don't take words out of my mouth. You can't have my mouth. Iliasville can have my mouth, though. Ilia is pointing to the west. Certainly, there's a deep, undeveloped mountain forest in that direction.
あの森って車で1時間もかかるだろう。そこから一人で来てるのか。
Takes about an hour to get there even with a car, right? Are you coming here from there alone?
うん。今日は抜け出してきたの。
Who?
セラもリーゼリットもメイドのくせにうるさいんだもん。
Yeah, I snuck out today. Sella and Racerit. Sella sounds like a girl's name. I don't know about Lacerit, but if that's a girl too, can I help? They're both. Are they maids? Can you have male maids? You can't have male maids, but the assumption would be female. Stella and Lacerit are my maids, but they're annoying. They're annoying. Okay, got it. If they're annoying, then no in the harem. I was about to say, can I add them to my big harem? But you know what? If you don't like them, then we don't have to like them in the harem.
せっかく日本に来たんだから、その間ぐらいは外に出てもいいと思うの。
That's so.
欲しいものは何だって手に入ったけど、いつも部屋に閉じこもってたんだから。
I came to
これくらいは
Japan,
ご褒美なの。
so I think I can go outside just while I'm here. I always got what I wanted, but I was always shut away in my room, so this is a reward. Getting to go outside. Now, personally, as someone who's seen outside and thinks it's not all that, I prefer to stay in my room and play video games and anime. But, you know, as someone who's always in the room, I can understand the appeal of the outside.
部屋に閉じこもってたって。
You mean you were locked up in your room? Because she had to spend all of her time practicing, you know, for the Grail War or whatever, right? You know, practicing the kind of weird magic that she does have?
うん。雪が降るとね、体に悪いから外に出してもらえなかったの。だから大抵は部屋の中で遊んでたんだ。
Yeah, when it snowed, they didn't let me outside because it was bad for my body, so I was playing inside most of the time. Doll, that's sad. Even though you say you like the snow, whenever there's snow, it's too cold for you. Doll, that's so sad. Oh.
でも大丈夫だよ。こっちはお城ほど寒くないから、一人でも平気だもん。
Oh, but I'm fine. It's not as cold here as the castle, so I'm fine by myself. Ilia says so with a full smile. She swings her legs, and it seems she's having fun just doing so. I'm glad. Seems like she's already saved herself, no penis required. Just me almost dying. I should do it more often. What? Honestly, me almost dying seems to have really helped out in a lot of areas. Like, Saber started liking me afterwards. Rin started realizing more that she liked me and started calling me Shiro. Iliasville didn't want to kill me anymore. Honestly, me almost dying might have been the best thing to happen so far in this Grail War. Without knowing why, I put my hand into the grocery bag. Oh, you're gonna give her some food? Yes! Also, how long are we gonna keep Saber waiting? I mean, I just realized this could get stinky if she tries to think like, where did Shiro go? Why is he out so long? Maybe I should go catch him. And then she runs into us. Things could get really sticky. Hey, Iliasville, if we're gonna keep talking, we should maybe go further away so that Saber can't find us. Because if Saber finds us here, I would not be surprised if she's out for blood and does not wait for me to say, hey, no, we're friends maybe now, maybe. I saved her with my penis. I take out the dorayaki I was supposed to eat with Saber. Oh, you realize that you're supposed to eat with Saber, and have you remembered that that's a thing, and you should probably get back to that maybe. Or at least if you're not going to get back to that, get somewhere further away where Saber can't find you and Iliasville together, because that may be awkward without forewarning. I was supposed to eat with Saber, and again, without knowing why, I hand it to Ilia. Without knowing why? You know why.
食べるか。安物だけど。
Do you want this? It's cheap though. Gosh, honestly, if Saber did come, if I was Saber, I'd probably go for the kill. I wouldn't want to trust that Iliasville, you know, is really any kind of trustworthy person. Her master is strong as balls, and if Saber is willing to kill the masters and doesn't really care as much about the honorable fight, especially after with Berserker, she'd go straight for it, especially given that we've seen that she's willing to ignore her master. She'd probably be like, yeah, in this case, Shiro, no, shut the fuck up and kill Elias Veal. But it would be sad and hilarious, and it would be terrible. It would be, you know, all kinds of unfortunate. It would be the tragedy of Elias Veal von Einsborn. Or Elias Veal von Einsborn, as, you know, she says it. It'd be funny if such a built-up thread dies in an anticlimax. I mean, it might be funny in, like, fan fiction or a fan video, but in actual canon, no, that would kind of bum me out. But anyways...
何それ食べ物
What is that? Food?
そうだよ。甘いのは好きじゃないけど、これだけは別だ。うちは親子ともども、お茶受けはこいつなんだ。
He dropped the father bomb again. They're talking about fathers a lot with each other. That's right. I don't like sweets, but this is an exception. This is the snack my father and I always have with tea. Okay, I was trying to get to some kind of beat, like the end of this scene, but I don't know when that's coming, and I do have to kind of stop. So, I'm going to go ahead and save. Yay! I saved Elia without even needing the penis. Doesn't mean we can't still use it though. Did I misspell anything? Okay, I didn't misspell penis. That's the most important word. Save. So, for now, this has been Let's Play Fate Stay Night Blind. I will continue this next Monday. Still don't have an actual phrase. I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad to see Ilya again. She's like my favorite character, and it looks like she comes pre-saved. So I thought that might be what happened when she saw Shiro get hurt. Her expression, I considered that maybe this is going to be her realizing that she doesn't actually super want to kill Shiro. So this is good. This is good strategically, and good because I kind of, you know, want my penis. Not my penis, but I want her penis. But, you know, you get the idea. But anyways, see you guys next time. Still don't have an outro phrase. Stop recording.